Hello and welcome to this course on hardware security. Myself, Professor Devdeep Mukhopadhyay. I am working as a professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at IIT Kharagpur. I work in the areas of cryptology and hardware security, and I am very much excited to offer this 12-week MOOC course on hardware security. Hardware security is a new field of study compared to its classical counterparts like cryptology or network security. However, in spite of its short history, it has made profound influence in our day-to-day life. For example, if you are using smartphones, smart cards, credit cards, or even if you are using computers for doing your e-commerce, or if you are venturing into the new Internet of Things or IoT, you are affected by some technology or the other of hardware security. So, if you compare hardware security with cryptology, cryptology is a study of making primitives which provides us with confidentiality, integrity, and also with availability of information, and tries to analyze ciphers through what are called as cryptanalysis. There has been tremendous progress in the field of cryptology, offering us with new primitives, tools and techniques for solving various problems in our day-to-day life. But in spite of the development of cryptology, the fact remains that practitioners have shown that strong mathematical algorithms or mathematically strong ciphers are just the beginning. If you take standard cryptographic implementations of for example AES, RSA or ECC, which are well known cryptographic algorithms, and if you implement them in a naive manner, then they are vulnerable to information leakages through what are called as side channels. So, in the phenomenal paper in 1995 by Paul Kocher, it was shown that timing and power can be used effectively by attackers to retrieve secret keys from standard cryptographic implementations. So, this brings us to the study of this field of cryptographic engineering, which tries to focus on what are called as side channels and tries to develop a theory for reality which is otherwise not modeled by classical cryptography. On the other hand, in another seminal paper in 1997 by Dan Boneh, it was shown that faults can be catastrophic for ciphers. It has been shown that RSA or DES or even later on AES can be attacked by simple inductions of faults. For example, in the context of AES, a single well formed fault can reduce the key size of AES from 2 power of 128 values to only 256 guesses. So, this means that yes, hardware brings us with new opportunities for developing root of trust, which is probably more trusted than the software, but at the same time there are new challenges to be tackled. It also implies that we need to search for new primitives which can function as root of trust in hardware. So, this brings us to an important primitive or promising primitive which is called as physically unclonable functions or puffs, which provides a unique fingerprint to every device. These primitives are very powerful and very useful to function for IoT security. So, as we will be studying in this course on several such important areas, on several such techniques for implementation of cryptographic algorithms, and try to see how we can attack them using techniques which are called as side channels. We shall also be looking into these promising hardware primitives which are called as physically unclonable functions or puffs, and try to see how they can function in our real day-to-day protocols. For example, these puffs, although they function or they are supposed to function as unclonable primitives, they are often challenged by powerful techniques of machine learning, So, it is an important objective for the puff designer to make our puffs reliable and robust against machine learning and try to apply them for our day-to-day protocol. On the other hand, we must also keep in mind that IoTs are heterogeneous, which means that while on one hand we have got very resource constrained nodes on which the attack vectors could be something like by measurement of power analysis or electromagnetic analysis. On the other hand, you also have powerful servers or computers on which your crypto also executes. These powerful machines are often vulnerable to certain attack techniques which are called as microarchitectural attacks. Now, these attacks often target the cache memories, branch predictions, or even your DRAM chips. One of the reasons why these attack vectors are feasible is because mostly computer architectures have been developed with performance in mind. All these attack vectors tells us that we need to study them, we need to analyze them, we need to implement these attacks on real life processors or target real life processors and develop suitable countermeasures to thwart against these attacks. So, in this course we shall be trying to look into all these aspects, starting from implementation of cryptographic algorithms, looking into attacks against cryptographic algorithms, looking into promising primitives which are called as puffs, and see how they can be deployed or applied for IoT security. We shall be looking into microarchitectural attacks, starting from classical attacks like cache attacks, branch prediction attacks to some of the new ones, and try to see how they can be protected. We shall also be trying to look into how hardwares can be used as monitors for detecting the onslaught of side channel analysis or side channel attacks. So, with this I would welcome all of you. In particular, I would like to mention that this course should be of particular interest for researchers and practitioners of security who are in particular interested to develop security products or ICs or integrated circuits which are targeted for security applications, and this would be a 12-week course with roughly 60 lectures. There should be assignments every week which will be evaluated. So, with this I would like to welcome you all and hope that it will be an enjoyable journey for all of us. Thank you.